Hello class, this is Mr. Cardinal with lessons 2 and 3 from chapter 11. 11.2 is on measuring and drawing angles. The first part of the lesson is how to measure an angle. And in order to measure angles, you will need to use a protractor. And you can see the protractor on the examples, but this is what an actual protractor looks like. You should be familiar with a protractor. In fact, when you come to class tomorrow, you will each receive a plastic protractor from me to use on the lessons in chapter 11. So in order to measure an angle, as I mentioned, you need a protractor. The step one is to place the protractor's center on the angle's vertex. The angle's vertex is where both rays meet, so it's the sharing endpoint of the rays. In this particular example, you can see that M is the shared endpoint, so M is the vertex of that angle. So you place the protractor, you can see the example here, so that the center of the protractor is on the angle's vertex, and then place the 0 degree mark on one side of the angle. So this is the 0 degree mark right here. It's also 0 degrees over here, and and of course there. Step 3 is to use the scale beginning with the 0 mark to read the measurement where the other side of the angle crosses the protractor. So using that 0 degrees, go up from there until it crosses. Where they meet, right here, is where you will have your measurement. You can see we have 120 and 60. In this particular case, angle LMN is 60 degrees. And I want you to pay particular attention to how that angle is written. Notice the vertex is at the center of the label. So angle LMN, M being the center or the vertex of the angle. We can call this angle NML. It doesn't matter as long as that M is in the center, because that is the vertex or center of the angle. Now, in regards to whether or not it is 60 or 120, there are different angle types. And down here at the bottom, you see those different types. Classify each angle as acute, right, obtuse, or straight. Acute angles are any angles that are less than 90 degrees. A right angle is going to equal 90 degrees. Obtuse is going to be any angle more than 180 degrees. And a straight angle is a straight line which measures 180 degrees. Going back to the top where it shows us how to draw an angle, the example that they have for us is 52 degrees. Step 1 is to draw a ray. So place a point anywhere on your paper. In this case, it happens to be point B. And draw a ray. So the ray is BC. Place the protractor's center on the end point. Line up the ray with the 0 degree mark. So right now you have to pretend that this isn't here. So here's our ray. Put the center of the protractor at the vertex or on the point B or end point B. Line up your protractor so that ray BC is on 0. Use your protractor then to go up to the desired angle, which is 52. You can see 52 is right where that line crosses. Put a little dot or point where that 52 is. Then you can use your straight edge of your protractor to draw that straight line, or I should say straight ray, BA. Again, important, look at how the angle is labeled. B is at the center of your label because that is the vertex of your angle. We'll take a closer look at how to measure and how to draw angles by using the reteaching tomorrow in class. And these are the problems that you will be doing tomorrow when you get to class. Lesson 3 is strictly on angle pairs. Looking at the examples of angle pairs, the first example mentioned is vertical angle, or vertical angles, which are pairs of congruent angles created when two lines intersect. So when you have two lines that intersect, you will have two sets of congruent angles. So in this case, you have 150 and 150 and 30 and 30. And just so you can see it, we know that a straight angle is 180 degrees. So my 150 here plus my 30 here equals 180. And my 150 on this side plus my 30 equals 180. Next set of angles is complementary angles. Those are pairs of angles that together form a right angle. And again, that will equal 90 degrees. Anytime you see this little box here, that is considered a right angle or a 90-degree angle. So complementary, they add together to equal 90 degrees. They complement each other. So 70 plus 20 equals 90. Go ahead and jump to the one right below it. Supplementary angles are angles that together equal 180 degrees. So pairs of angles that together form a straight line. Their sum is 180 degrees. So here we have 55-degree angle and a 125-degree angle. Together they equal 180 degrees, so those are supplementary angles. Going back to the very beginning one, with this 150 and 30 are supplementary angles. And so is this 150 and 30. Those are supplementary angles because together they equal 180 degrees. The last one, adjacent angles, are pairs of angles that share a common ray. So this angle here is sharing or is adjacent to this angle here because they share this ray right here. So those are 4 new vocabulary terms that are important for you to remember for lesson 11.3. And once again, when you come to class, we will focus on finishing the reteaching together and then working on some more supplementary material in class, again on measuring and drawing angles and angle pairs. Thank you. Come to class ready to learn and bring any questions that you have with you.